and welcome to my channel, Eclectic Art Journals. So this is my Happy Mail journal. So way back when I was started to receive all kinds of fun stuff from all around the world, so many pretty things sent to me, just little bits of paper, napkins, stamps, images. This one is a bunch of stuff from my friend in Belarus. So what I was doing is, as I would get things in the mail, I would put together a little remembrance page, and then I do a little bit of journaling about it. And so it was fun, but like some things, I think maybe the format's kind of large for that. It wasn't working out as well as I thought it would. And what I had done is, here's a good example. Here, I think this one's from Belarus too. She sends me a lot of stuff. I love her. She's an awesome gal. So anyways, what I would do is, as I would get these items, I would put them in an envelope with their name on it, with the person that was sending it. And I had about 10 of these because I've got a lot of really generous friends. So anyways, what I would do is I'd bring all this stuff out, and then I'd do a page as a remembrance. But like I said, it kind of fell to the wayside, and I decided that I was going to try a different approach. Actually, what I decided to do was make postcards out of each one. To do that, because I have a layering system or process, I decided to take everything apart and put it all back together in categories. So art pieces, these are things that people actually made me. Aren't those cute? Or they took something from a magazine that they really loved, and they stuck it in an envelope and sent it to me. Here's a bunch of neutral images. This is one of the things. These are some of the things I'm going to be using today to kind of do my little project. But they'll have all these wonderful little black and white. This is all this one isn't black and white, but still, they're images. This is kind of my little go-to for some images. And then there's lots of stickers, which I don't use stickers in my art very much, but they work really well for these postcards. So we'll get to that in just a second. So I'm going to do a flip through real quick of some of the pages in here, and then I'm going to start a page in the same manner that I did my postcards. So, and those are the postcards that you probably saw in the images at the beginning of the video. So I've already sent them off, or else I'd be sharing them on here. So that one actually that was just a page I did. That wasn't really a remembrance. Here's another remembrance page for us this is a mix of different people that sent me art and whimsy. Leslie Ackerman, my friend in Belarus. So this is just a kind of a collage of a lot of different things. Lots of vintage images in here from some rather large vintage books that I have. Another little remembrance page here. So I'll just go ahead and flip through here, and then I'll get to the page that I choose to do my project with today. I'll just stop there and maybe chat a little bit more and then share. I think that this was just me wanting to use up some of my Happy Mail. I love this one. This one was fun. Like I said, though, this format is really, really big, so sometimes it's kind of hard to get everything in there the way I want it. I love this one. It's got a little envelope. I wonder if it has any goodies. Yep, this is where I put some of my letters. I was wondering where those went. Huh. And then these are some pages from Flow magazine that I absolutely love. Isn't that gorgeous? It's fun flipping through this. I haven't seen these in a long time. Unfortunately, I have to let you know that I did try making this video earlier, and I started a page, and everything kind of my blow dryer shorted out at the same time that I ran out of storage on my phone. So that was super awesome. Here it is, yay! So rather than start from scratch on this, because I really love these images, and I was just really excited about this before I had technical difficulties. That's a new word. So what I'll do real quick is I'll just kind of show you what I had done before I got to the point where I lost my video. So here, this is the This is some of my favorite tissue paper from an Etsy shop that I order from, and I just love how large these images are. So this is what I adhered to on top of the painted page with matte medium. So this is Liquitex matte medium. It's very, very thin. It doesn't dry too quickly to where you can really work with it on tissue paper or Kleenex and napkins without it tearing. You have to use a super soft brush. This is like the softest brush I could find at Hobby Lobby, and it's very huge. See, I love that. So it's just really soft going on there, so it's not going to tear up your project. So that's really basically where everything kind of stopped and I had to start all over again. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the process of decorating this page right here as my remembrance page for the postcards that I had just made. So I'm going to go ahead and start going over this with the same layering process that I used when I did my postcards. And then if I have anything else to kind of, you know, add to it, I'll just break in and explain what I'm doing. In the meantime, I'll just put some music on. Oh, and this right here is tinted matte medium. I use some, here, I'm gonna go grab it. Okay, so this is what I've been using for years. What's in this right here? Hopefully I'm not gonna leave a ring. Liquitex matte medium. Sorry for the fuzz. I just really love this brand. I've tried other brands, and this one's just super fluid. It's really, really light. So it's great for tissue paper and napkins and such. And then what I do is I add a little bit of these three. It's Folk Art Artist Pigment, Raw Umber, Yellow Ochre, I guess that's the way you say it, or ochre, and Burnt Sienna. So just drops of that, and I get this color, and it's what I use to kind of antique my my pages. Sometimes like the last one I did 2 coats and it made it a little bit more antique-y than I was kind of hoping for, but it gives it kind of a really nice overall look, so it's kind of my go-to. Okay, so I'm back. I kind of lost track of what my layering process was when I first did my postcards, so I wanted to kind of take a look at what I had pictures of. So some of the things I did was I grabbed some of the stickers, and I grabbed some stamps that I thought might work. So I'm just going to go through my little envelopes, and I'm going to grab what I can and throw them on here, and then start adhering and do the process. I don't need to talk through the whole thing, so unless there's something important I'll bring up. On my postcards, I didn't have enough room to use some of my bigger pieces. I used these cute little cutouts that were stamps that a friend of mine sent me. But since I have the room, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the larger pieces. I'd like to use one of the smaller pieces that she sent, but I'm not finding any more. I thought I had one left over, but I'm not sure what happened to it. So that's kind of a shame. But anyways, she made that for me, so I'm going to use that on this page. The same person. I like to leave a little bit of the white on my stamps when I use them, just because I like to keep some of the cancellation. right, so I went over it with my dryer, and so it's pretty dry, hopefully. So when I made my postcards, one of the things that I did that I wasn't too happy about is I had used my pens, my Zig pens, to color in the background, and then I went over it with all of the matte medium and the antiquing and stuff, and it smeared it. So some of my pieces, it really, like, onto the black and white, it got some of the color on there, and I really wasn't very happy with that. So I decided to do things a little bit differently for my page here and do the pen work at the end, because these pieces are so much, they're so cute, they're so much fun, and I just wanted to color them in. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll do some journaling on the process, and maybe do a date, you know, that kind of thing. So this is really going to be a super fun project for me to do. I've got another batch of postcards that I made that I'll probably do a process video on a journal page for too, because I've already made the postcards. I can't really do that. So this is kind of like you know, a little bit of a process on journaling, art journaling, but also a bit of a process on making the postcards too, which I probably would like to do in the future. So to me, that's enough. I could keep coloring, but I like the idea of some of the background showing through. I just kind of want to give it a little bit of balance with the coloring, because that's kind of a fun thing to do. I might go back and color it in a little bit later, but I'm getting a little bit nervous that I'm not going to give myself enough room to journal at this point. So I want to make sure that happens. And it's going to be kind of difficult when I think about it, because of all the black lines. So I'm going to try to journal in areas that don't have the black lines, but those black lines are actually kind of cool for me to keep my journaling straight and give me some interesting places to journal. Okay, so although I'm doing this page today, I actually did the postcards on the 24th. So I want to put the 24th on this, because I need to do, this is me catching up. I don't always do this, but I'd like to try to start taking care of this part of my journaling process, is making sure that I have dates, because I don't always journal. Sometimes I just make a page. So a little bit more about this page. One of the things that I did when I made the postcards is I went over the edges with a pencil and eraser, like I do on my journals a lot of times. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and talk a little bit about what the whole idea behind these postcards were. What I did was, on my blog, which is pattyradish.com, I did a giveaway, and it was several months ago, and it was so popular that I decided that I wanted to try to do it again. So what I did was I made 8 of these postcards, and I owed 2 to some people for a previous giveaway, and so I made them, and I got them on my blog, and I've already sent them off. They went super quick. So it was the first 6 people that either there was 3 things they needed to be able to do. Number 1, follow my blog. Number 2, make a comment in the comment section. And number 3, send me their physical address. So this pencil is a 9B. Let me see. Not sure I can. There, can you see that? Yeah. So this is a 9B, and as you can see, it's really a soft leaded pencil. But I'm finding when it comes to when I have a lot of, if I use a lot of matte medium, it's a nice shadowing effect. So if I use a stronger pencil or a harder pencil, it doesn't get on there as well. So I've switched over to using a 9B when I'm using matte medium and I've got a lot of layers. So it just gives it a bit of a shadowing effect. Kind of pops the elements a little bit. I didn't really actually go around the stickers on my postcards because I wanted those to be in the background a little bit more, but these are kind of special to me. See, as you can see, I'm just trying to pick up a little bit of the lead, just enough to, you know, kind of blend it in a little bit. Still a little tacky. So these edges are a little rough, so what I'll do is I'll use some sandpaper on that. Kind of one of my fun things to do. I like using sandpaper. On my postcards, I did go over it with some satin varnish, but I'm not going to do that with this because I still may work on it a little bit more. I'm not sure. There's a lot of coloring. There's just a little bit of journaling. I might go ahead and do a little bit more of that when I have time to think about it. It's kind of difficult for me to write when I know I'm on camera. So anyways, there we go. And I'll do some close-ups of it when, you know, at the end I'll kind of get some close-ups going on it. So, well, thank you very much for your time, and have a great day. I'm gonna do a link to my blog down at the bottom. There's a process video, not a process video, but a process blog post on how I did my postcards. So if you're interested in seeing that, take a look, pop over there and take a look at what I've done. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.